I have been witness to this, and when I have stopped minors who do not wear helmets on the streets of Delhi, I found out, and I actually did some research, the mothers or their fathers would say, he's after all going only here, to buy vegetables. He'll buy and he'll come back. He will not go to the roads. Or else how will I go? I'm alone in the house. Let the boys go and, do shopping. But then it doesn't stop at that. It doesn't stop at that at all. It escalates to such an extent. I want to ask Dhananjay. Dhananjay, this law where you will be put in jail or you have to pay a fine. Do you think that's a deterrent? I somehow feel nothing will change.
Well, I think the law is a deterrent, but it's unfortunate that a large number of police personnel don't really know about the existence of this law. They assume that, they're somehow helpless. It would help if more police forces get to know about the existence of this law. Section 198 of the Motor Vehicles Act, not the Juvenile Justice Act. The Juvenile Justice Act, of course, has a provision that will allow the law to punish a parent who abandons a child or neglects a child. Now, criminal laws cannot be creatively interpreted. So I understand, some of the news reports say that the police that wanted to charge the parent or guardian of a minor who was found in violation of some traffic law, wanted to charge them under the Juvenile Justice Act. Now, the Juvenile Justice Act is not really tailor-made for a situation of that kind. Instead, we have already made provision in the Motor Vehicles Act, Section 198A, and that in fact provides for a punishment of up to 3 years to a parent. And anytime a minor or a minor or a juvenile for that matter is involved in a traffic accident or a traffic mishap, then the law presumes that the vehicle, which anyway obviously is always registered to a major, which in this case could be a parent, was turned over to the minor willingly by the parent. So that's a presumption the law makes. And the parent will have to go to the court and then to disprove that presumption. It makes it very difficult. It actually gets to expose the
Yeah,
parent.
but
And in your
yeah,
narrative,
yeah,
what you were pointing out as parents think like, oh no, he's only going here to buy the
yeah.
vegetable and all that. So all of that kind of behavior is precisely what this law targets.
All right.
So I think the law is of course a deterrent.
All right, Dhananjay, but I'm asking you that a child who knows this is against the law, no child is, they are intelligent people. Like, it's like stealing liquor from the bar cabinet and drinking in the car and getting caught by the police. I've seen many cases. They know it's wrong. That's why they're hiding. I'm asking you that if the parent is fined or jailed, do you think that is going to stop the person, the minor, from doing anything which is against the law or even taking out the second or the third vehicle? Because most of the homes now have two cars at least. And also we've seen in a lot of luxury car accidents that it is the rich and the super rich who actually indulge in this.
Should we punish a parent in some instance and
Yeah.
publicize it? It is going to have a deterrent impact. There is absolutely no doubt about it. And the law also goes even further. Should there be an offense, then the registration of the vehicle is cancelled for a period of 12 months, which means the vehicle will simply become useless to the parent. And some of these expensive vehicles, when you don't take out those vehicles for more than 3 months, you got damage to the vehicle. So we have a good law. The problem is of awareness and of implementation. Should there be implementation, more rigorous implementation, I'm very sure it is going to have some impact. There will
Right.
always be children who simply are not going to be bothered with it, but
Right.
there will be many children who will be worried about
All right.
consequences.
So
So,
Dhananjay says it's going to be a deterrent, and that's a positive note. Bhaskar Rao sir, I'm coming to you. As a cop, you also, when you look for a motive, obviously you're also studying what made him or her do this. Now the thing is, most of the psychiatrists says it's attention seeking, there is loneliness, it is trying to be a hero in a society which doesn't respect you unless you are macho, unless you're doing daredevil kind of events, wheeling on Bengaluru, it's a menace. Almost every week we get news, so and so was wheeling, was taken in by the cops. The point is that this deterrent which is there, according to you, is that the only thing which is going to work, which is punishment? Is there no other way to see that this stops?
Sudha, this wheeling business which we see in Bangalore
Huh.
is different from minors driving their parents' vehicle. Minors driving their parents' vehicle, as Mr. Dhananjay said, is definitely an offence under the Juvenile Justice Act as well as the Motor Vehicle Act. And if they meet with an accident, an offence under the BNS or the IPC. The while the wheelie guys are totally different. They're all stolen vehicles, and these guys have got no licenses also, nor are their parents even aware what these people, what these teenagers are doing. And most of them, they are jobless, they are drug addicts, and they are passing time. So, okay, that is one case that is being dealt very, very severely with the Bangalore City Police, but still the cases are on the high. We have had some DCPs getting those stolen vehicles because none of the vehicles have got any documents, and all the chassis number also has been tampered with. Sometimes even they have put road rollers and damaged these vehicles, or the vehicles have been seized and not given back because they have no documents to show that they are owners of these vehicles. That is number one, those who are performing wheelie. But the other aspect which you are mentioning, like well-to-do parents giving their children their two-wheelers or cars or four-wheelers, etc., and where they meet with accident, that's a very, very serious offense. The Indian Penal, the Motor Vehicle Act says that whosoever is the owner of the vehicle, and if the vehicle has met with an accident, the owner is going to be seriously responsible for that. The Bangalore City Police, if they're going to jail them, it's a very good thing. It ought to be done. And at least if 100 cases are done on a test cases, the fear will ensure that the rest of the parents don't do this.